If you had told me a few years ago that a ball of yarn would change my life, I would look you in the face and laugh. I didn't start as an expert. I didn't have a huge budget. I didn't even know if anybody was going to buy anything I made. But somehow, one crochet hook became the beginning of a business that has changed me in more ways than I ever imagined. I'm taking you back to where it all began. Hi, I'm Anjola, and if you're new here, welcome. I'm a crochet creator, entrepreneur, and a woman who's embracing confidence while building a handmade business that I truly love. By the end of this video, you'll know exactly where my journey began. Imagine you're an artist. You have a blank canvas, and your instincts are telling you paint, create something. But no matter how hard you try, the canvas just doesn't get your ideas. That was genuinely how life felt before I discovered crochet. Before I learned crocheting, I was getting the hang of makeup and sewing. Those were my most frequent creative outlets as an artist at the time. I was in my third year in uni. And if you've been a third year student in university, you understand exactly how frustrating that time period was. I was frustrated. I was sleeping less. I couldn't hang out with friends because everybody was so busy with school. I remember scrolling through Pinterest at the time and discovering pieces that felt very authentic and unique to myself. Bohemian art through social media and admiring handmade pieces. And I said, I think I could do it. Let me try. I never imagined that I could make them myself. I want to ask you guys, have you ever found something that has completely changed the direction of your life? I'm very curious about how your life has turned out after you made that decision. You can't go back and change the past. After you found that thing, how has your life completely changed? My first attempt at crocheting was something that I had loved making, and it was a chelly hat. It was bad. It was ugly. The chelly did look really chelly. I'm not looking at it with professional eyes. I know the problem was the hook size and the yarn type. Finding good yarn and a good hook took me a very long time, longer than I'd like to admit as a crochet artist. The stitches messy, but I almost quit like 300 times. But through sheer determination and the willpower of a stubborn Aries woman, I made that shelly hat, and it was gorgeous. Of course, I had to frog it like 377 times to make sure that the ripples came out even and nice. Second attempt at the hat, beanies. I made 3 in succession, 2 grays, 1 black. Ugh, it came out even worse than the shelly hat, guys. It was bad. My very first order as a crochet artist / entrepreneur was for an orange chelly hat. She had requested for it to be very, very full. She wanted the ruffles to be very fluffy. That made me very happy. I took it as a challenge because it was something that I had never made before. I was ecstatic. I was over the moon with joy. Like, hello, somebody wants to buy something I made. Of course, the order took me days. People would come up to me and say, girl, I admire your resilience. I wish I could learn how to do that. I would literally just say to you right now as I hold your hands with very cautious, careful hands. You just have to learn how to do it. Like many skills, they seem very interesting on the outside until you attempt to learn it. I know deep down in every single one of you, there is a creative. So let me know right now in the comments, what is the one creative skill that you've always wanted to learn? When I first started crocheting, it was like many other crochet artists as a hobby. Then I decided I wanted to do this full-time as a business, and I've been doing this full-time for 3 years. Not been all smiles and roses. I have had days where I have questioned why I even chose to do this as a business. It's worked out so far. I'm not a quitter. I will not quit. I always tell people that ask me, crocheting is the easiest part. Just put your hook through, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through. That is the easiest part. The hard parts, buying yarn, choosing your business name, pricing product, taking product photos, creating social media pages and maintaining them, and being consistent with posting. One of the biggest challenges that you will have as a crochet artist is sourcing for high quality, good yarn. That's why I trust my good sis Lumi Crafts, whom I have been buying yarn for since December 2024, and she has never failed to deliver. Okay, that's my good sis. Love you, Lumi. Choosing a business name A lot of people remember me as OCB and are still coming to terms with the name change, which is Gaia. Gaia. Slow crochet feminine. Easy to pronounce, easy to remember, easy to patronize. Buy stuff from me. My family, of course, were very supportive in my choice of business. My dad even bought me my male mannequin in March of 2025. When I told him I wanted to take things seriously in taking product photos for my business page, which posed a whole nother problem on its own. But I'm not going to get into that in today's video. If you really want to know how all of that came to be, edit content, organize my content calendar, the whole shebang of being the social media manager of your own business page, let me know in the comment section and I will give you my own guidelines, step-by-step processes on how I did all of that. Well, take my tags for example. Ever since I conceived the name Gaia, I knew I wanted to have a dress tag like this on one of my pieces. The biggest lesson I've learned isn't actually about crochet. It's that you don't have to know everything before you begin. You just have to be willing to learn. One stitch, one customer, one lesson, one day at a time. One of the biggest things crochet has ever given me, like up there after income and patience, is confidence. Okay, every time I step out in something that I made, or I post something that I made, or I wear something that I made, nothing compares to the joy and the ecstasy, power that it gives. People know that I made this, I'm wearing this, I want you to see it. Putting myself out there has never been easier. How much power and how much extra income. Above all, most importantly, it has given me a creative outlet. You see up here? You see the wheels of my brain turning 24/7, no stops. So when I get the chance to create something to yarn and a hook and an imagination that has no borders, I feel less like committing arson, and I appreciate everything crochet has given me. I'd do it all over again. I would definitely pick up that crochet hook and those yarns, make the fuck out of that chelly hat, make the heck out of every piece that I've made out of that, because it would lead me here, the confident entrepreneur who's launching her second collection this year. Every piece I create reminds me of where I started. So when someone supports my business, they're not just buying something handmade. They're becoming a part of this journey with me. And honestly, that means so much more to me than words can ever describe. Thank you for taking minutes out of your day to spend time with me. If you're someone who loves creativity, behind the scenes business content, watching dreams grow one stitch at a time, I'd love to have you here. Subscribe and join the community, because this is just the beginning. And if you'd like to support my small business or see any more of my handmade pieces, you can check the links in the description box. I'll see you in the next video.